man.
Hi, man.
Yeah. Why do you say morning everybody?
Morning, guys. How's all doing this Saturday morning? Hope you're all well and staying blessed. Today, I'd like to discuss more about the Luke Mitchell case and the new stuff that's been going on over the last couple of days. Moved out of Greenock, transferred to Shorts for using his phone. Now, how are you doing, Detective? How have you been up to today, buddy? As I say, it's just a wee live this morning just to go through a few things about the Luke Mitchell case and why have they moved them to Shorts back to closed conditions. I didn't understand that one bit, and how they can take the phone away from them. That's against your human rights, for a start. It's just, there's a lot of things going on now with Luke's case. A lot of people don't like to get involved with it and want to talk about it. They like to kind of keep it a secret. Why? There's an innocent man sitting in prison for something he didn't commit, and he's getting treated like this. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense to me in one bit. Well, I'm going away for a wee walk later on after I do this. That's good to hear. Painting that, I'm getting the house and getting the garden done. But as I say, it'll take time. Today, as I say, talking about the Luke Mitchell case. Now, I just don't understand this at all. One sense, it's just unreal. Luke moved to Greenock to open conditions for home leave to progress into his freedom. Then when there were a protest done in Edinburgh for Luke, and he voiced his opinion to the people that support him within the campaign for Luke Mitchell, they make up these lies and say that he was using a phone that he wasn't meant to be using. Then they backtracked it. That's sad, you know what I mean? Because that boy needs to, well, he's a man now, so he needs to get his opinion heard. No one's really letting him speak. They're doing everything in their power to shut him down and no get his opinion out there. Now, there's 25,000 people and more that believe that Luke did not commit this crime. And for the way the government and the justice system is treating Luke, is sad. That's 18 years. 18 years is a long time to be locked up for something he didn't do. Right? There's been mass protests over the last few years for Luke's innocence and freedom. Why are they not taking this on board? To be honest with you, this is serious. You know what I mean? This is no just a normal crime, nothing like that. As I say, I don't take sides in any whatsoever. But this is what I do. I like to kind of protest for innocent people, and as I say, stand by them. Now, the Sounds of Silence interviews, that was set up to let Luke tell the public, you know what I mean, of and what he's saying and how he's getting treated within the prison system. In my experiences with the prison system, you can talk about anything on that phone. That's up to you what you talk about. You're no, you know what I mean, you're not told that you can't talk about this, you can't talk about that. You're allowed to talk about anything. There's people that has actually been on trial for serious crimes, spoke about their crimes and their trial and what's going on in the trial. and they never ever got their rights taken away from them by using a phone. So how can they justify by doing that? That's illegal. Because they're taking his human rights away from him. He's got rights to contact the public and voice his opinion. It's just sad, you know what I mean? As I say, I got an email from Luke the other day there. Well, it wasn't yesterday morning, it was the morning before. Then the next thing I knew, he'd been transferred to Shorts, back to close environment. For what? Telling the truth, voicing his opinion. Is that the society we really lived in? Come on, man. And this is beyond a joke. And as I say, then you've got the governor telling them what she told him. I'm not getting sacked. I'm going back to being a hairdresser for you. No, come on. These people are meant to be there to look after you, no judge you. You're not meant to be taking sides. You know what I mean? You're only there to do a job. That's your job. You signed up for that job. So that just shows you what kind of people are running the establishments just right now. Now, whether people want to agree with me or disagree with me, that's up to them. I'm only here to voice my opinion. You know what I mean? And for any person to turn around and say that to some cunt is unreal. Sorry for my language today, but it just gets right up my back. And because at the end of the day, people need to be listening. You know what I mean? You've got a guy that's laying in jail for 18 years for something at the end of the day. That's a serious amount of time, man. Serious amount of time. It's just sad. Then you've got Sandra Lane. You know what I mean? She's been there for the start. The very, very start at the campaign for freedom. She's had to leave the country on the word that she's going to be arrested for allowing these phone calls to be made.
No, it's because she published the interviews.
You know what I mean? Now, as I say, Sandra stood by Luke for a long, long time, right? And whether Sandra publishes these or no, then that's freedom of speech. That's freedom of speech. She can do what she wants with that. At the end of the day, that's a personal call between her and Luke. You know what I mean? And to be saying that we're going to punish you for what you've done, that's serious, man. That is serious. With the situation in the system now, with all these deaths and murders and suicide and all that, what does that actually tell you about this system? To be honest with you, know what I mean? This is serious. You know what I mean? This is serious, man. This isn't a joke. And it could be one of your partners, one of your family members, anything like that, and they carry these people, right? And I'm not saying they're all bad. You know what I mean? But to actually be sitting there looking, and no, it gets me. Half the prison staff and population, maybe 90% of the prison population actually are behind Luke. You know what I mean? But yet, when it comes to this getting published and him voicing his opinion, that's the only way he can do it. That's the only way he can get to the public is by a phone call. And to stop that is quite very, very sad in my eyes. And it's really sad. And I'm not just saying this because it's Luke Mitchell. No, there are many prisoners all over the country that's locked up now for something they didn't do. How do they know what a right to fight back? How do they know what a right to fight back against the government? You know what I mean? Then the people that's surrounding them and helping them gets targeted. You know what I mean? That's no right, man. It's no. And to sit and let a person that you know or you believe that hasn't done that, but no, won't help. That's the kind of society we're dealing with in the justice system and, as I say, the prison system just now. Now, as I say, I'm not saying all prison officers are bad. I'm not saying they're all innocent or anything like that. You get your good ones, you get your bad ones. And of course you do. But it's the fact I'm not getting sacked for you and your camp. That, to me, that's no professional. Your camp, that's to me, that's like if she sits with maybe 20 of them at an exercise year, you know what I mean? Want to be a party leader. Your camp. It's not a camp. At 25,000 people saying that this boy's innocent. You know what I mean? The numbers are going up as we speak about what's innocent. And it's like the government are just trying to shut it down so his voice cannot be heard. Why? You know what I mean? You got paedophiles, you got the rest of them all out there. They get treated better than like this. And that's fact. That is fact. And they're all in open conditions. They're all getting home leave and they're walking about our community. You know what I mean? Is it all about the money? Is that what it all is? Because it can't be in bar. Just a big dirty game in my eyes. And yeah, one man's freedom. Why did they not just admit it and say, right, well, we got it wrong? You know what I mean? End of the day, the people of Scotland and well beyond and are still going to protest for this boy's innocence, man, and freedom. And it's just sad because the way the country and the government is just now, it's just getting worse and worse. We're seeing it on a daily basis, man, and a daily basis of people getting set up and fitted up. As I say, just the other week I was watching a video of a grown man from London, IPP sentence. They're wanting that squashed. You know what I mean? They're wanting that law squashed because the guy's spent 30 years of life in prison and he's lost his full family. These laws need to get checked and they need to get looked at. And as I say, there's more evidence coming up every day and every week about this case. His lawyer was even refused to know where Luke was when he went up to see him. The prison system is not got the right to withhold that information. If his client, he needs to know where his client is at all times for his safety. So to be withholding information for his solicitor to know where he is, what they trying to achieve by not letting his lawyer know. You've got to look at this. This is a big case in Scotland, and as a big case in Scotland, and it's just every day you're learning something new about this case, and it just doesn't add up one bit. None of it makes sense. Now you've got a lot of high-profile psychologists and psychiatrists and people that's got mega years experience in this kind of situation, and they're even saying this did not happen. Why is the government not taking this on board? What are they hiding? Or what are they afraid of? Because at the end of the day, there have been other people who's lay in the jail and got out. They apologise to them and say, right, we got it wrong. Do you know what I mean? And let them out after 20 years. You know what I mean? So where's the difference here? Where's the difference? They're only making it harder for themselves. You know what I mean? Because Luke's he's no going to really bother, to be honest, is he? He's lying in a prison, right? and he knows he's innocent. But he's got everybody running about, try to destroy evidence, try to cut him off the public. For what? Why are they trying to do that? And people aren't realising this. They're not realising this one bit. You know what I mean? Exactly, mate. Exactly. Now, his mum, she had been to hell and back. And she's been to hell and back. For her still to be walking about is unreal. It's unreal. You know, but no, I'm not, as I say, I don't take sides in this, you know what I mean? Because you've got to remember the Georges family. You know what I mean? Do you think they like this getting brought up in the media and all this every day of the week? No, I don't think they would. For the simple fact is, you know what I mean? It's got to be hard, man. You know what I mean? It's got to be really hard to keep your emotions and your head straight and stuff like that. You know what I mean? When you know that there's, well, I'm not meaning like you know. I mean like there's 25,000 people in, if no more, screaming and shouting at the Scottish Parliament, and they're doing this and they're doing that. And they've got other channels, you know what I mean, screaming for this person's innocence. So they've got to have people coming up to the street and I'm saying to them blah 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 and that. Now, you know what I mean? That's no fair. You know what I mean? It's no fair on anybody, man. You know what I mean? It's just sad. It's just negligence. The police, the media, and the prison system. That's what it is. It's negligence in 3 parts. And it's no, as I say, just one part. It's 3 people. You know what I mean? Well, 3 organisations, sorry, that got it wrong. They're scared to admit it. For what reason? You know what I mean? What reason? There's no DNA. There's no evidence whatsoever to look to that case. But yet they're still making it difficult for the guy to even voice his opinion and let him tell you in his own words. The public want to hear his words. They want to hear his story. They want to know what went on in that police station that night. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, he was only 14-year-old, man. He was only a wee boy when they took him into that police station, charged him and humiliated him. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? And as I say, I didn't want to come across it one-sided here, because I don't. You know what I mean? I listen to every bit of it. You know what I mean? And as I say, I keep up to date with all the shenanigans of what's going on and what's getting said. You know what I mean? And when this came out, you know what I mean? I was like, what? I just got an email for this. I just got an email for him on Thursday morning. You know what I mean? And it's like, how do they think they can get away with this is beyond my joke. And what they're trying to silence him for. And why not let him voice his opinion or voice his reasons or anything? Just, you know what I mean? Why not let him get it out there? Why try and... No, that's illegal. You know what I mean? That's illegal. I'm sure his lawyer will be able to that. You know what I mean? Because he's still got to phone people and connect with people from the outside world. You know what I mean? And that just shows you how petty they are. They're actually taking his phone away from him, then threatening a person to arrest them for publishing a phone call. But it's nothing to do with them. You know what I mean? That phone call was nothing to do with them. And that was between Luke and Sandra. So why is the prison system even getting involved? You know what I mean? I just didn't get it at all. I didn't. You know what I mean? It's just sad, man. And Paul, definitely, there's a lot of things missed in this case, and the people didn't actually want to realise and just wake up and go, wait a minute, man, there's somebody lying in the jail for 18 years for something never done. You know what I mean? And it's sad. It's sad that in this generation, the people want to turn a blind eye at it and let these people. I'm not just talking about Luke, I'm talking about everybody. I mean, all the people that's been set on, fitted up by the government and the police, and they're all people's relatives. They're all people's mothers, fathers, sons, brothers, cousins, whatever. You know what I mean? Where do they get the joy of trying to disconnect them from the open world? Is beyond my belief. You know what I mean? And I seen a clip. No, I don't actually know. I don't actually know, Paul. What brother? I didn't know, Paul. You know what I mean? As I say, I don't know. I don't really kind of dive in that part. I just kind of fight for like justice and corruption and stuff like that, and keep it hungry. All right, aye. As I say, aye. As far as I know, aye. The blood is found on a certain individual, and it belonged to a certain person. Now, why is this new evidence no being looked at and taken to the courts, even the European courts, and looked at and challenged for a retrial? You know what I mean? For the simple fact there's every day there's new evidence coming out. Why is it just coming out now? Why did it not come out at the start? You know what I mean? And all the evidence that's coming out now actually matches up at the same time, the same dates, and everything matches up, but yet they still ignore to look at it and look upon it. And what is scared of? What are they scared of? You know what I mean? They've got to see, at the end of the day, they've got to let them out one day, right? They can't hold them forever, right? But they're still going to need to answer. You know what I mean? They're still going to need to answer for their actions, regardless. And what they're going to do, keep him in there until when he dies. It's not going to happen. That's against a human right. You know what I mean? It's and as I say, the phone call, I've just never had none of that in my life. I've seen people in jail smash up the phones, do everything. You know what I mean? And they didn't even get the phones taken off them. You know what I mean? They're not denying. You can't deny a person the right of a phone call. You can't. You know what I mean? Whether they took the phone out of his cell is a different matter. You know what I mean? As I say, when I was last in prison, the phones were on the landing. They weren't in the cells. Now, whether that's what they're talking about, you know what I mean? But surely they've still got to have phones on the landings. And they can't deny, look, that privilege of phoning. They can't. It's just impossible. And if they do, then what does that show you? They're covering up something. They've got to be covering up something. Because why would they threaten to come and arrest someone for publishing a phone call? You know what I mean? It's just, this is the government we live in the prison system. And if you just want to sit back and take it, man, and you are mental, you are no right. Seriously. You know what I mean? You need to stand up to people like us, you know, because it's just sad. And touch wood, you know what I mean? It could be one of your relatives, it could be anybody's relative one day, and they get lifted for something that they never committed. And then you're the one that's sitting battling and, you know, and just fighting on, because you know that your relative's innocent. You know what I mean? And people nowadays are just turning away, kind of blind eye to it, and it's like, come on, you know what I mean? You can't be that heartless. You've got to see through this case and read between the lines. And this guy did not do this, and did not do it. Didn't do it. And as I say, you've got professional psychiatrists, even lie detectors. And now, what I'm going to make a point with lie detectors, right? There's people, right, out there that's took lie detectors, right, for the same man that took Luke and Kareem's lie detector, that have passed it, but are known to be in the criminal fraternity, but they still passed it. So then, what they're going to say now, you know what I mean? Because then they need to go, right, well, how come they passed it, right, but they're in the criminal fraternity, but you're saying he never done none of that, right, but the papers and all that say different, right? Then you go to Luke and Kareem and go, right, well, they've passed it. So then you're going to need to go, right, well, I need to look at his credibility then. You know what I mean? Because you with lie detectors and stuff like that, right, you can't just choose willy-nilly who passes the lie detector, who doesn't. You know what I mean? The guy's done the same lie detector on plenty of people, and as I say, they've either failed it, or they've lied, or they've passed it. Now, I'm sure passing a lie detector is a big thing in a case, and allow a retrial. In my opinion, that's only my opinion. And Paul, mate, definitely Luke has been used to cover up the real person that done it. I think Luke has been told not to open his mouth. And I'm being serious. I think he's been threatened. Think about it. Think about this, right? When you've got people out there that's done similar crimes and stuff like that, their businesses and that don't get targeted. So why did they target the businesses? You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying to you. This goes a way back beyond that. Now, in that wee place at Dalkeith, it's a wee village, it's a wee town, wee cliquet town. Everybody likes to keep everyone in their cell. They don't want to talk about things. And it's just one of the wee, you know what I mean? Places maybe in the 90s you could have left your door open and all that, and how do you do and all this kind of stuff and that, eh? And you're seeing police officers coming from that place. And we know what case we're talking about, you know what I mean? So, what does that tell you? Now, these kind of things happen in these kind of wee places, like wee seedy villages. And, you know, talk about, now, as I say, Dalkeith, I know, Bonnyrigg, all that Midlothian area, lovely area, fantastic. And, as I say, for walking your dogs and stuff like that, and it's no everybody, you know what I mean? You can't say, you know, in the full community. But I do believe there's certain people within that community know the real story. And that's the bottom of the line here. And now, I think he's been threatened to keep his mouth fucking shut. Now, you've got to remember he was only 14 when this happened, and it was a frenzied attack. You know what I mean? Where George's body was found, apparently, that wasn't where she was killed. So, that's what I'm saying. It's a very, very serious case, complicated case, and very, very complicated. Now, I'm not an expert, I didn't claim to be an expert in all this kind of stuff and that, eh? But I know when there's fucking something no matching. Simple. When something doesn't add up, then you know there's something wrong. You know what I mean? As an ex-prisoner, I've been in with a lot of serious criminals, and the DNA and evidence and that convicts him. So, what makes it different for Luke? It's because he is not from the city, he's not from a big area, he's from a wee village where people like to keep everything else secluded, don't like anything getting outed. Then as tragic crime like this happens, they stick together, then they blame the weakest one. The biggest mistake Luke done that night was answer that phone. See if Luke never answered that phone, he wouldn't have been in jail now. You've just got to read between the lines in this case. And you know what I mean? Read between the lines, then you'll come right out of it. We all know that. And we all know the fact is there's plenty of suspects. There's been plenty of people going into police stations and talking about it. There's been plenty of podcasts about it. So it's not like it's a secret. You know what I mean? But why are the prison system now turning their back on Luke when he's due to get out in 2024? Why are they now starting to interfere with his life? Because he was out on home leave, he was going to be shopping, he was going to be doing stuff outside the jail until he made that statement. So why did then they decide to go, right, well, wait a minute, you broke the Communication Act. How is it? He's only made a phone call to a person that's stood up for him for the last 18 years. So he's not done nothing wrong. But the prison system say he has. It's going to be a long road. And see when his tariff does come up and he gets out in 2024, what they're going to say to him? You know what I mean? What are they going to say to him? It's proven prison officers were standing making faces at Luke to try and make him laugh when he was doing these lie detectors. And now, why would the prison officer want to do that? Why would a prison... Now, a guy's in there for a serious crime that could get him seriously fucking harmed, and you've got prison officers standing making faces like it's a joke. Was it because they were maybe wanting to be on the camera? Or what? I don't know. But for prison officers to be acting in a manner like that when you've got a serious case going on like this, right? And you've got prison officers acting like that, come on. You know what I mean? That speaks volumes. That speaks very, very hard volumes. That you're basically saying, you know what I mean? You're going to feel this. So with the G1s, they passed the test. What did they say then? You know what I mean? What did they actually say then? I'd like to ask Luke that question. And I'm going to ask him that. And see, once you passed that lie detector, what did the prison officers do? You know what I mean? By the one they're laughing in. And that's what he's got to deal with on a daily basis. Now, with this going on, with a message on the protest, the day of the protest, they're going to make it even harder for him. They told him that. You know what I mean? Come on, man, eh? I'm not losing my job. I'm going back to being a hairdresser for you and your camp. I thought when you became a governor in a prison, you had to go through the ranks. That's what I've always believed. Out of my whole time in prison, I've always seen principal officers, normal officers, working their way up, then applying for these jobs. You know what I mean? Now, for a hairdresser to be running a jail like Shotts, come on, man, you're serious. You know what I mean? Shotts is a serious jail, and there's a lot of dangerous people in Shotts. Now, how's that fair? How is that fair? Because you didn't know who these people are connected to, or who they go about with. or associate themselves with. You know what I mean? So how you got a fair? You've not got a fair try. You've not got a fair chance in life at all. Voicing your opinion, and it's sad. It's sad that that actually flabbergasted me. See when I heard that, I was like, "Are you taking the piss? I'm no losing my job and going back to being a hairdresser." Why would you even say that to somebody? You know what I mean? I'm not saying it isn't true, and I'm not saying it isn't true, but I just, you know what I mean? Been my experience has been in prison. I know the way these people talk, and it probably was said. And because if they stand by Luke and they get sacked or whatever happens, right, then they're going to need to go back to that struggle, and they're not going to have the big fancy house or the big car or anything like that anymore. You know what I mean? And it's sad to think that money and hussies come before an innocent man's freedom. You know what I mean? It's just not that. It's like people have got people in Shorts prison, right? Relatives, and how does she make her judgment in people then? Because as I say, when you're meant to be getting into a governor's job, you're going to have a lot of like experience with dealing with prisoners in the criminal like organisation, and realise what criminals this and how they act, what their behaviour's like, and how to take to a prisoner, or you know what I mean, like having a laugh and a joke and all that. That's not walking into a fucking hairdresser and having a laugh and a joke at your local hairdresser. You know what I mean? This is serious, man. You know what I mean? This is serious. That's mental. That is mental. And what made her even say that? You know what I mean? Yeah, that's crazy. That's who's running our jails nowadays, man. Eh? You know what I mean? People like that. You know what I mean? You've no chance. You've no chance. You've not one bit of chance at all. And not one chance. It's not like in the 90s and beyond. And when screws were screws and governors were governors. You know what I mean? Nowadays it's mere look at me kind of thing. You know what I mean? They're all full of steroids, they're all, you know what I mean, macho men, and you know what I mean? Pretty boys, muscles, boom boom boom. Then you've got younger females that go in there to try and deal with serious individuals, man. You know what I mean? With mental health problems and the lot. And you've got, come on, man. You know what I mean? Is this fucking for real? I just didn't get it, man. I just don't get it. And the people of Scotland are sitting putting up with it. That's a fact. That's the saddening thing about it. The people of Scotland are sitting putting up with this. You know what I mean? They should actually be out there getting behind Luke and going, listen, you've laid it long enough. Come on, man. It's time to let you here. But as I say, I just had to do this live because it was just annoying me, man. And it's just sad that this is the environment and the conditions that we've got to live in and bring our veins up. The next generation, what is this going to show the next generation? You know what I mean? Corruption. That's what it's going to show. People need to learn, you know what I mean? You need to stand up to people like this. And the simple fact is, that could be one of your relations one day, man. You know what I mean? And that is the truth. You know what I mean? That could be one of your relations sitting in the jail for 18 years for something I've done. You know what I mean? And all this evidence that's come to light now that's been destroyed and tampered with and stuff like that. And they're still not doing nothing about it. That's sad. That's sad. That is really sad. And as I say, what are they going to do when Luke does get it? You know what I mean? What are they going to say to him when he gets it? Sorry, you're delayed for 18 years or 20 years. They've got to let me one day. You know what I mean? Exactly. No, is this what they're doing? Is this a wee tactic to stop them from getting released in 2024? Is this what they're actually? Is this where they're going? Is this the angle they're going with this? They're going to start picking on him now because he's due to get out. You know what I mean? Because you got to remember, you know what I mean? Once he's out, then he's got more chance and more opportunities to find a way to clear his name and sue the government for a miscarriage of justice. So, surely no, they're not going to try and keep him in. You know what I mean? Is this going to be another case like we're seeing in London now? You know what I mean? Is this what they're trying to do? Silence him so he can't get his chance to get out? For something never done, to be honest with you. And it's just sad, man. It's just sad. Then you've got Sandra, she's got to flee. You know what I mean? She's got to leave her house, take everything there. You know what I mean? In the fear of getting arrested for publishing a video. Not a video, sorry, a phone call between her and Luke. And she's got to scamper in because she's scared of getting arrested. Why? Why is people sitting back and putting up with this? I just didn't understand it, man. And it's just crazy. I definitely, as I say in the comment, it sounds like they're trying to create more problems for him. To keep him in. For what reason, man? You know what I mean? The sex offenders and everything doing silly sentences and they're allowing them back out into society to offend again. You know what I mean? Is it all about the money and the numbers? Because that's what I really think this is about. You know what I mean? Because if they can let these people out of prison after they give them 30 months or 20 months, they've just ruined somebody's life, man. But they're the ones that get the lighter sentences. They're the ones that get the more human rights. You know what I mean? But when a person generally does not commit a crime or commits a crime but it's not a sexual crime, they get treated like the worst of the worst. Seriously? You've got to remember. Now, when I was in Berlin, and as I say, all the sex offenders were in Berlin, there used to be a line of prison officers that stood right down the full route, and the full jail was shut down for these people to move to their work party. Now you've got to remember, they people ruined innocent people's lives. But they were getting protected. You know what I mean? Then, as I say, if you'd done something to them, or you even said anything to them, you got charged for it. Where's the justice in that? Where is it? You know what I mean? These people will harm women, children, wee boys, whatever. But they get protected to the highest level. They get to say what they say. Remember the ones in the lock murder, right? You know what I mean? He was never out of the papers. But it was alright for him to do it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? It seems to be within our government now and justice system, if you are not in for these crimes, then you're getting nothing. Now, people that commit silly crimes and murders and stuff like that, they can be rehabilitated to come back into society. Right? But these other people, they cannot, that's not an illness. That's not an illness. But they get treated better. Their families get looked after better. They get protected better. They don't get threats. They don't get this. They don't get that. But when an innocent man goes to fucking jail, his life just falls apart. And the government know this, and so does the police. They all know this, right? But they just can't admit it. You know what I mean? It's just, it fries my brain when you sit and think about this. Because I've been in prison. I've been in Glen Oakle, I've been in Pullman, I've been in Berlin, and I've been in Kilmarnock. And I know what it does. And I'm talking about a way back to year 2000. When there was nothing. Not a telly, not a fucking radio, not a CD, nothing. Nothing but a bed and a fucking pot. And then was hard. And you look at it now, and it's more glamorised than it is anything. You know what I mean? And people didn't actually realise. See this human rights card? That never actually came out till about 1999, 2000. And that was from a person in Glen Oakle that got charged and convicted of a serious crime. I'm not going to mention names, because as I say, I might interrupt the video. But we all maybe know who we're talking about. People who've been in prison will know what we're talking about. And this man, it was him that fought for the televisions. It was him that fought for the toilets and all that to be put in. To be put in the cells. And they done that for him. And he was a convicted, I can't say the word for my channel, and murderer. But he took Glen Oakle to court and won it by the European rights to have this in the prison system. But when you've got a guy that's lying there that's done 18 years for nothing, and they know that, it gets treated with no respect, his human rights taken away from him, and just doesn't know when he's going to get it. Then they target the people around him who's trying to support him for his freedom. Then that's when they all start coming out of the woodwork, start attacking the people that highlight this problem. Send them threats, send them this, send them that. What for? At the end of the day, man, they're an innocent man in jail. But as I say, why did they move him from Greenock straight to Shorts? Because he spoke out about the case. That's what it comes down to when you think about it. That's why they moved him. I mean, there's no other fact or anything about it. They moved Luke for a simple fact as he spoke out on that jail phone. You can talk to what you want about on a jail phone. It's not to do with the prison system. As long as you're not threatening to do anything in the prison system, disrupt the prison system, anything like that, you can talk about what you want. You know what I mean? You see it on a daily basis on social media, on all your YouTube channels, your TikTok channels, but you never ever hear of them or see them. You know what I mean? Getting their human rights taken away from them. It just shows you the difference when they know the man is innocent. They'll do everything in their power to try and silence their mistakes. But as I say, folks, you just need to keep upbeat and make sure it keeps in the public eye about Luke and for Jodie. You know what I mean? Because you've got to remember there's two sides to this, you know what I mean? You've got to remember George's family, you've got to remember Luke's family, and so you've got to come together and remember that, you know, it's not all one-sided, and I'm only here to voice my opinion, because people ask me on a daily basis about Luke's case. Now, I got brought in Luke's case way back a couple of years ago to protest with certain people, and I did, and because I strongly believed that Luke was innocent. You know what I mean? That's the reason why I got involved with this. It's because I do believe he's innocent, and what I've read and what I've seen. And I have seen proper stuff about Luke's case. And I have been up to the V in the wall. And I have been in Dalkeith. You know what I mean? So I didn't think I've no done my homework. Because I did. As I say, I just got an email up and Luke 2 days ago. Then all of a sudden he was fired to shots. What does that say? What does that say? That says corruption, bullying, harassment, antagonising, to get a bite out of Luke, to try and show the public, that he is a violent man, when he's not. He's never had a crime report. Aye, drug tests. And today, man, donating you for something I never done. I don't know what the fuck I'd be doing. I don't know what I'd be doing. And to be honest with you, if I got charged with something like that, I knew 100% I'd fucking done it. You know what I mean? How could you even sleep at night? You know what I mean? And that's where he struggles. Because he wonders why he's in here. But as I say, I strongly believe that he's been warned to keep his mouth shut. It's just sad. It's just sad, people. As I say, I hope Sandra's okay. I was just reading a couple of comments there. I'm just going for a wee walk about, mate. I don't know. I don't know yet, pal. I'll see where I'll just see where it takes me. But anyway, aye, it's just sad. You know what I mean? That people, they're not standing up for the boy, man. You know what I mean? The police need to admit that they got it wrong, right? Stop piss-assing about, sorry for my language, but stop, you know what I mean, mucking about. Admit it. You know what I mean? And just get on with it. At the end of the day, man, you know what I mean? A guy's not going to shout and bawl for 18 years for something he never done, if he done it. You know what I mean? What's the point of doing that? Because see when you're reading the paper about this and killing this and that and killing that, right? You didn't see them in the paper every day of the week. You didn't hear them protesting their innocent every day of the week. But you do with Luke, right? And he's been doing this for day one, protesting his innocence. Now, as an ex-criminal, right, I've faced lengthy sentences, and lucky I've got a good lawyer. But at the end of the day, an innocent man isn't going to stand and shout and bawl for 18 years. You know what I mean? Where it could be a sitting target at any time. But he's still shouting, bawling. I never done this. And he's got 25,000 people, if no more, following him, shouting the same thing. But are they 25,000 people wrong too? You've even got stars, you've even got celebrities. And top-end psychiatrists, psychologists, documentaries made. I mean, proven. This never fucking happened. But yet, the Scottish government refuse to acknowledge their mistake and their fucking mishaps in this case. They got it wrong. And that's what they're scared of. Because if they get this wrong, that'll be two big miscarriages of justice cases. And they didn't want that on their record with the way the government is just now. Now, whoever the Justice Minister is, because, as I say, I've been in touch with a couple of them, right, and they keep passing the buck, right? They want to get a grip on and actually realise they've got a new government here. They've got an innocent man lying in the jail. He's getting raided every day of the week for corruption at your ears. But yet, you'll still not stand by an innocent man. You'll tell your establishment to silence him. Then when he gets an opportunity to put his opinion and his thing across, he's taking his human rights away from him. I've never seen a case like this in my life. Never. And I've read and studied cases, because that's what I do. I like doing stuff like this. Because being a victim of the government myself, we're going through like care homes and children's panel, residential schools, secured units, prisons and all that. Well, I know the corruptions and the ins and outs of it going on. I've met all different walks of life and all different criminals. You know what I'm talking about? And I've just never seen nothing like this. Nothing like this, man. This is crazy. Crazy, man. And what's the gain out of this? You know what I mean? No. Misery, sadness. And an innocent man's basically full life, man, being taken away from him. And he was 14 to the new. You know what I mean? Half the people that judge and look, right, they probably never even done a bit of jail time in their life. And they probably never been in trouble in their life. Right? And so they'll not realise how serious this is. You know what I mean? And how hard it is on the families. Because it's never at the media, man. And do you not think they want confirmation too? Do you not think they want this put to bed? Of course they do, man. You know what I mean? But it's the police and the government that's got to answer and change it. Because it's saying it's fucked it up. Big style. Whether you like it or no, that's the truth. You know what I mean? The police force at the time of this incident happening messed the case up. They tampered with the DNA. They destroyed the DNA. Evidence, you name it, they tried to hide the law. Then when it comes out, they try and deny it. And that's fact. Because, as I say, you've got his representative, you've got Sandra coming on and updating us every day or every week on new developments of this case, but others just like to ignore it. Well, it was 18 years ago. You know what I mean? That's sad, man. That's sad. But anyway, people, thanks for joining me this afternoon for this wee live. As I say, it's just people need to wake up and realise. No, this isn't a pod. This isn't a live. Sorry, this isn't a live to get at anybody or take any sides whatsoever. It's no. So I just like to put that out there. You know what I mean? It's no about taking sides, because a lot of people have messaged me, threatening me, stuff like that. Right? I don't take sides and things. I just look at the cases and I read between the lines. You know what I mean? That's what I do. That's why I started doing podcasting. It's because I like to listen to stories. I like to try and help others. and I like to try and suss stuff out. That's what I like doing. I'm no here to cause misery to anybody or anyone, not whatsoever. You know what I mean? That's not what I'm here to do. That's no how you don't get anywhere in this kind of world, the YouTube world, when you start taking sides. Because when you start taking sides, that's when it gets personal. Now, as I say, I don't know these people personally. I'm only going on in what I've seen, I've researched, I've spoke to people. I was brought into this to campaign for Luke's freedom. And I have. Because the simple fact is, I do believe that Luke is innocent. It just, as I say, I'll get my phone now and I'll read the email he sent to me. If you give me 2 minutes. Just give me two minutes. Hi guys, sorry, was away there. I was just away getting my phone. Now this is the email I got from Luke the other day there. Thanks for your support. Thanks for your support. It is so good to know that there are people out there supporting me. I'm not going to read it all because I say it's personal. But this was on the 15th of June when I received this email. And he talks about how he's getting treated within Greenock prison. And how he's been getting punished for a private phone call to voice his opinion. Now, it's not just Luke, as I say, that I protest for. There's other people here. You know what I mean? There's other people here on the email a prisoner. It's just sad that the government, and especially the Scottish government, because they're the ones that's dealing with it, it's just sad that they're choosing to ignore this man's words. I don't see the angle. I don't know what's going to happen next, but all I can say is I hope and pray the people that know what really happened admit to their feelings in this man's case. As I say, there's an email there from Luke. And as I say, it goes on to say how they told him that they were going out to get him, withholding personal stuff, his mail. Just personal stuff like that. As I say, I'm not going to read the full email out because it's personal. But as I say, just to let you know that I do keep him touch with Luke on a regular basis. But that's private. That's between me and Luke. You know what I mean? A lot of people like to come on and say that I don't when I do. And as I say, it's nothing personal. It's just that's what the channel's all about. So I'm going to leave it at there now. And I hope you all stay safe and stay blessed. Enjoy the sunshine when it comes back out, for it's met with thunderstorms. And I'm going to go for a wee walk. As I say, people, don't take it personal. I don't take sides. I like talking to people. And this is where the channel will be going in the future. I've got a few more guests coming on in the next couple of weeks. And it's going the right way I want it. So, have a nice day and stay safe, stay blessed. And please, show your support for all the innocent men and women incarcerated in the Scottish prisons. Let their voices be heard. And Luke's. Bye-bye. See you later, Paul.